our Congressman Dennis Kucinich.
This is the moment that we need to remind the state government who we are. So let's just begin some exercises right now. First, I'm going to say we are, and you're going to say union. We are. Union. We are. Union. We are. Union. Okay, next one. I'm going to say we are, and you're going to say the workers. We are. The workers. We are. The workers. We are. The workers. I got one more. And this might surprise people in Columbus when I say this. But I'm going to say we are, and I'm going to ask you to say the government. We are. We are. We are. Thank you. Now that we've established that we're union, we're the workers, and we're the government, let's talk about this moment. This is a moment in history that we are participating in. This is the moment that when we're growing up, we talked about our grandparents struggling in the 30s. We talked about the long struggle for workers' rights, but all of us here know that that struggle for workers' rights paralleled the civil rights movement. That's right. Yeah. Because every worker understood 150 and more years ago that unless black people could be free, you couldn't count on workers having any rights at all because people were looking for slave labor. Yeah. Now that thought of slave labor dies slowly, right? Because there's still people who want other people to work for nothing. Right. There's still people who want people to work without having anyone be their voice. Right. And what's happened is, as the labor movement grew, there was an understanding that there are basic rights in a democratic society which are fundamental and which must be accorded to everyone, whether they're in the private sector or the public sector. And those rights are as follows. We have a right to join a union. A right to collective bargaining. A right to strike. A right to decent wages and benefits. A right to a safe workplace. A right to a secure retirement. A right to participate in the political process. Now those rights, those are civil rights. And there's a long tradition in America where we had to fight in order to get our basic rights. So we are familiar with that struggle. But let me tell you, my brothers and sisters in labor, that we're at a moment again of struggle. That we have to fight the fight all over again. We have to teach the lessons all over again. We have to teach the children and teach our neighbors all over again. We have to tell them how important it is that people have a decent wage. Yeah. We have to tell them how important it is that people have control over their working conditions. Yeah. We have to let them know how important it is that you have to negotiate contracts and not just take the government and say, top down, take it or leave it, take it or shove it. We cannot have that. We have to have a government that listens to people, a government that respects work and respects workers. So we're at this moment in history where we're called upon now. The torch is passed to us. It's put in our hands. I want you to think about what that means. It means that in this struggle that's ahead, it means that we will have to march. It means we will have to stand up and be counted. It means we'll have to put ourselves on the line. It means that everyone who was comfortable will know comfort no more. It means that everyone who ever wanted is going to have an ally in us. It means that all those people who are out there, those millions of Americans who are asking for economic opportunity, suddenly we all, each of us, are their champion. It means that we have to be out there challenging this government. It means that we have to be the ones that light the light of economic justice once again, not only in Ohio, but all across this country. Because we are the workers, we are union, we are the government. Are you ready? Are you ready to challenge injustice? Are you ready to fight for the wondering, why is this happening now? Is it only because the Republicans took over? No, there's something else. There's another agenda.
Yes.
And I want you to think about this too as we teach the lesson of what this is about. Now, some of you, I see some of my brothers there who work for Cleveland Public Power. They used to call that Muni Light. Now, you know about what privatization is all about. If you look at Senate Bill 5, the crux of Senate Bill 5, it's not only trying to knock out collective bargaining, there's another agenda here. And that other agenda is privatization. Am I right? Because you read Senate Bill 5, and what it says, you want to take away a right to strike, number one. If you strike, what do? Replacement workers like that, right? And then the next step is privatization. 350,000 municipal workers for the government in this state. Billions of dollars opportunities for people to privatize services. And once they privatize it, you never get it back. They create a monopoly, taxes go up, service go down, wages go down. That's what's going on here. This is an attempt by corporations to steal the wealth of our state, and we are not going to let it happen. We're going to defend the taxpayers. We're going to defend our rights to organize. We're going to defend our rights to collective bargain. We're going to defend our rights to strike. We're going to defend our rights as Americans, and we will prevail!
Davida Russell. Vice President Stamp. You know, it's very simple. Can't go back. Won't go back. Can't go back. I won't go back. We can't go back. And we won't go back. You know, under Senate Bill 5, not only will they take collective bargaining. Before, we had a union, and I told this story this morning. We walked past our supervisor's office with a baseball bat in the corner, daring you to say something. Take your dignity without saying a word. Take your dignity without saying a word. We was known as the N-word that I refuse to use today. My others and brothers and sisters was known as poor white trash. Can't go back. I won't go back. I will not allow my children to live and work without dignity. I will not allow my children, my grandchildren, to work without dignity. I can't go back. I won't go back. I will not go back. And with your help, we